It's time for another ham-fisted lesson. Oh, my name's Flump1186 Slam, aka Box, and FYI, if I ever do get Sailor No out, the multiple episodes out and stuff like that, and people review it, be effing honest with me, because I would really want feedback on if I'm spouting some bull, or if it's taken the, or I don't know, taken the wrong way, but still, I'd like some feedback on it, because I don't think anyone gave this oh my gosh, the thing is, this episode of Ben 10 the Reboot, it's, what is it, the Clocktopus? 1. Octopus Squid. Similar, but different. Next. This episode is so dumb. It has its moments which are funny, but then a lot of it's really dumb. Also, I don't know if Ben's still afraid of clowns, but he's also afraid of squids now. So basically, just so I can give a synopsis, Gwen, Ben, and Grandma Max go to this squid-like theme park, where, they go to this squid-like theme park that Grandma Max used to go to when he was a kid, when he was younger. And, while going there, Ben's kind of freaking out. He's like, oh no, I don't like squids because of something happened to me in the past with a tentacle. And I'm just thinking, this kind of reminds me of the Steven Universe episode a bit. The Steven Universe episode where Steven, I forgot what it was, but he felt like, he's like, oh no, and you see the destroyed teacups and everything. I can't really remember exactly that one, but let's see. I wrote all of them down. But basically, Grandma Max takes them to this place to get some squid ink ice cream, which, honestly, they use squid ink for some noodles in, I believe, Japan, and apparently it's very good, so I actually want to try it. But, squid ink ice cream, alright, fine. What is it? Gwen's not scared of it, scared of ink, of the squids or whatever. So she goes, all right, here. And Ben's like, I like ice cream. Fighting his fear that one moment. And then goes like, but squid ink ice cream, because apparently even the ink itself he's afraid of. And Gwen goes, oh come on, let me show you how a girl does it. And I don't know if it's important, but I find it kind of hypocritical later on. And let me show you how a girl does it. 1 large ice cream. Ben asks for an extra large. He's like, oh no, I don't know about that. And then Ben leaves his cannonball, and Grandma Max also asks for another ice cream himself. But then it turns out the ice cream machine isn't working anymore. It's because this old place, the squid place, is actually being bought up. And is being all bought up it's being bought up because they're going to switch it out for a multiplex. And Grandpa Max is like, huh, and there's not one squid in that multiplex, commercial design thing that says, what's going to be, coming soon. And also, there's actually a funny scene where Gwen chases after Ben, and Ben's inside, one of the game stands, and Gwen's like, really? Cannonball? And Ben goes, hey, drop your money or leave. Or something like that. What did he say? He said, lay down your money or keep moving. But, Ben starts saying, I don't like anything squid related, I don't like squid or anything, and then it just so happens, out of the ocean, maybe I missed it, but again, out of the ocean, actually, you know what? Out of the ocean, the squid, a giant clockwork squid comes out after Grandpa Mike says, boy, they sure don't respect the past. And also, there's a kind of an effed up scene where, the people who apparently have the last 3 of these ice creams, they take a picture with it, yeah! Take a picture of the black ice cream, and then throw it straight in the trash. I'm like, one, I'm just one a-hole move for those people, and 2, is that supposed to be, talking about people today, they're kind of fake, they do it just for the pictures, and oh yeah, look, I'm an adventure, or I do this, and then just, they really don't do it or something like that. Is that supposed to be some kind of crack at people today? I don't do that. I don't think I've ever taken a selfie. The only time I think I've ever, quote-unquote, took a selfie was when I straightened my hair for the first time. I'm like, I'm going to cosplay as How Asakura. But, you can actually find that on my Twitter. But, it's not really good cosplay, but but yeah, so, but the giant octopus, when Ben says, I don't like anything that's octopus or squid related. Giant clockwork octopus comes out of the water, and again, important again. Giant octopus comes out of the water, he's like, oh, daddy, and he's like, I will protect the squid thing, I just protect the past. And I'm thinking, okay, a clockwork, steampunkish looking thing, and talking about the past. Are we getting a time travel episode? Like, we're gonna travel back to the past when Grandpa Max was a kid and everything, and like maybe like, you know, we see them get the ice cream, or like they had, you know, some fun in the past, had to fight like a time traveling episode. No, it's a dude who says his generation built Titanics. And I'm just thinking, how old are you? You're talking about people building Titanics, but then like you also have like super duper steampunk stuff, but then like he's trying to protect this thing, which would technically still be very recent, which again, important, keep in mind all that. But the guys like start smashing some stuff with his clockwork squid. Ben runs away, and he picks up a lady construction worker. He goes, "Hey, that lass, please go home." And Gwen goes, "Misogynistic," or whatever. Chauvinistic. I can't freaking remember the exact wording for that. I'm sorry. If you know, you think you know what I mean. Basically, old word for sexist. But I'm just thinking, misogynistic. And I'm just thinking, hold on a second. You just said, I'm going to do this like a girl. And then you're going to say that that guy was misogynistic? What? That seems kind of a similar thing. I don't know. Maybe it's considered differently, but at least me looking at that, that's kind of just like, wait, you just said like girls and boys are, you're treating the guys different from girls, saying like a girl does it this way and then I don't know. I just felt like that was so. Again, Gwen, I love you. You're like my favorite character in this new Ben 10 series, which is kind of like what the fudge, because you know Ben was my favorite beforehand. I like Gwen though a little bit more though too now, even in the original series. But like Ben and Gwen at least then said a little bit equaler grounds. This one is like Ben. I'm just like, F it. Why isn't Gwen the main character in this version? Because it's, I guess, supposed to be aimed at boys. But the clockwork guy then starts destroying things. Gwen at one point throws in like a lollipop, like one of those lollipop ice cream icicle things at the guy's face. And like it's an ink one, and Grandma's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, she's like, "Well, we have to do something. I gotta out of him." And I'm just like, okay. But that I thought was actually pretty funny. Again, at him. So Grandma Max does the same thing. They start throwing ice creams at him. The octopus grabs them, and after hearing like, you know, he's going with the whole chivalry thing and a gentleman, Grandpa Max and Gwen go, "Oh," then they use that again. Like, "Oh, then we challenge you to a duel, and he's gonna be our warrior or fighter in behalf." And to Ben, and Ben's like, "Okay," but Ben's like, "All right," and then well, he didn't say all right, but the clockwork guy goes, "Okay, oh, all right, we'll fight at noon." The octopus goes, I think I remember correctly, goes back into the ocean, which, mind you, remember that, goes back into the ocean and waits till noon, and they say, Gwen and Grandma are like, "All right, we have to get everyone off of this pier." And they were like, "All right, everyone, you have to evacuate, you have to leave." And you just, this part actually made me laugh, was like all of them were just there going, "Woo! Fight! Fight! Fight!" I was like, yeah. Like, yeah, alright, that's actually funny. They get angry, and then like Ben's having flashbacks to like this play where like a giant tentacle landed on him, and he's scared of squids now, even though it was just like a tentacle. So wouldn't he really just be scared of the tentacles and not a squid? But also the giant mechanical thing is called. Did I say that right? That is called a Clocktopus. Yeah, I already said that. Well, squids and octopuses. But so the noon happens, and Ben goes, "You know what?" And Grandma Max is saying, "I know the I know the past is scary at times or some crud like that, but you have to sometimes forget about it and move towards the future and like stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, thank you, ham-fisted moral. And they even throw a little bit, they ham-fisted a little bit more into it, saying stuff like oh, yeah, it does things, not that it does things like, I was wrong, Ben. It was like, it basically how the episode played out, it made it seem like Uncle Mac, or Grandpa Max was the bad guy because he wanted the past a little bit, or something like that. And like, what? No. Yeah, he was reminiscing, like, well, that stinks that, like, you know, he lost the ability to get this ink ice cream and stuff like that, which, mind you, I'm pretty sure you can still find, like, somewhere around there, something similar to that. But it's like, you can still remember the past and everything and use it to push yourself forward, which I guess which they do say also, just to ham-fist it in a little bit more. And, like, the Clocktopus guy comes out, he's like, all right, let's duel, and Ben's like, there's no duel. He runs away, and the crowd's like, oh, man, they leave. Ben comes back as forearm, starts fighting the octopus guy. And what is it? The octopus guy grabs Ben, and Ben also says that he did that so that way everyone could leave. But the octopus guy grabs Ben and goes, oh, my generation built Titanics and this and steampunk powered and stuff. And I'm just like, how old are you? And then like, okay, your generation built Titanics and steam power? Alright. So I'm assuming you're in Victorian era towards the time the Titanic was made. Which was when exactly? But it's just like, okay, so hold on a minute. I need to look up when the Titanic was out. Just give me 1 minute. Titanic, 1912. 1912. Okay, so it's from Victorian era to 1912, which I don't know if Victorian era ended around 1912. I actually am not sure. But we're going to say his generation stopped in 1912. This sucker's over 100 years old. Alrighty. When did the first rocket ship was built? Let's try looking that up. First rocket ship. Let's see here. That means every generation after that. Let's see. 1942. Okay. So, 1913, all the way till now. Like the guy says, we built all this and this. What did you guys do? We went to space. We learned. We have a. Let me see. We went to space. We made computers. We then shrank computers to fit in a freaking telephone like this. Whoops. Like this. We created digital imagery and files. We took pictures that had to be on cellular, which were like the whole like the whole thing exploded, and like you get that picture that was upside down and flip it over black and white. We not only made those in color, we made our own little separate item to be able to take pictures with it by ourselves. We made it to where they were disposable, and it went all the way to the point to where that's mixed in with the computer that's in this freaking phone. We have virtual simulations, video games, to travel that basically tell stories in a whole different way to allow you to be part of that story. We have anime. Well, no, when did Disney happen? All that. I think I'm not sure actually when that, but still, we're able to have it to where there's no Great Depression. Well, there was the Great Depression around 1920, so I guess yeah, we hit the Great Depression. We built way bigger. We built such higher advanced technology. We're on the verge of finding more technology that our technology boost has basically increased dramatically in the last 5 years, last 17 years. Technology has been boosting even farther like that. We're learning way new things about the human body, genetics, all of that. So yeah, I like Victorian era, I like steampunk and all that shit, but don't you... And also, we found new medicines to kill old diseases, eradicating many different diseases all around the world. Yeah, there's giant F-ups like, the nuclear bomb and stuff like that, and, better ways to kill each other. But in the end, and also there's Facebook and stupid crap like selfies and all that. But in the end, from your steampunk days, where the biggest thing you guys got were steam-powered cars and, you know, steam-powered trains and stuff like that, and, of course, the Titanic, which, by now, we have things that make the Titanic look like an effing dwarf. Yeah, I think this generation, if you want to consider your generation the Victorian era to 1912, Generation 13 and beyond, yeah, we kind of got a lot more done than you guys did. No offense to any of my viewers from 1912. The Victorian era. But any case, gosh dang it. Alright, so that was a little rant on technology. But yes, but Ben's like, ugh, I have things, and Ben basically gets over his fear of squids, and at that point he goes, ugh, I have things to fight for, like cell phone pictures, and video games, and family! I'm just like, one, I'm pretty sure family's been around longer than this generation, so if you want to, you know, I just gave you a list of crud you could have talked about. But in any case, but I'm pretty sure, and if it's video games and just pictures that you're fighting for. Anyways, I'm sure that was crying or laughing. No, she's stupid. Like that line. But in any case, but Ben fights him off, pulls off his arms, starts fighting, sword fighting him with a pole beam, and then knocks the octopus into the water, where the Clocktopus dude, whatever his name is, Steampunk Willie, goes, "Oh no! Water's getting into the Clocktopus! Ah!" He jumps out and flies away on a little thing, and Ben, Gwen, and Grandpa are like, "Yeah, wow, this is great. Yeah, you're right. We should leave the past in the past and keep moving to the future. Grandpa, can I have one of those ice creams now?" And I'm just thinking, no, it's in the past, you idiot. Screw the past is what you said, right? Screw the past? Screw the past. It's like, oh my God. Use the past to push yourself forward. That's at least how I see it. But in any case, the moral's ham-fisted. I have no idea how old that steampunk dude is. They missed the chance to have a time travel episode, and maybe like, and you know what? You know what actually had been a better way of this happening? We could have had this clockwork dude maybe transport them back in time. Like Grandma Max says, this ice cream's the best, that it's the greatest or whatever. Like, because he remembered back in his day, and like kids today now, they're not as whatever of the past or whatever. They're not as respectful of all this stuff. And then we could go to the past and actually see, like, let's say Grandpa Max, like, they see, like, the kid back then, or he himself back then wasn't, quote-unquote, respectful or whatever back then. Or something like that. We can kind of see something like that, like, oh, I remember that differently. You know what? Let's get some ice cream. And, he gets the ice cream, he's like, I remember this being a lot better or tastier. Or, like, that would be a better way of putting it, like, that would at least give, like, kind of a better list, like, one, at least a little bit, like, okay, the past isn't always better. It, like, it's good to remember the good times you had in the past and stuff like that, but try to remember also, one, your mind is probably thinking of some stuff, and two, well, depends on your memory. But, and also, on some cases, some of it is nostalgia, and also, like, you learn something a little bit more about nostalgia or something like that. Or even, like, it'll have something like, the past isn't always as great. Like, the future, yeah. We've come a long way since that time, since the past itself. Learning more and everything. I don't know, something like that. You could have had something about, like, the past and the future. Like, the future and the past, or, like, the past allowing you to push forward and stuff like that. I don't know, or like, because again, this is just a dumb thing, and again, maybe the way I said it maybe isn't even the greatest way of doing it either, but still, come on now, that's at least a little bit more subtle than hitting them straight telling the audience, the past isn't all that great, you shouldn't stay in the past, no, Sherlock. In any case, the episode was, except for the ham-fistedness, Ben again is just kind of of itself. If anything, I would rather watch Gwen's head, or at least watch one where it follows Gwen, because you can show so much. Like, Gwen seems like the better hero in this stuff. Like, what is it? She knows she doesn't have any powers or anything, but she'll go out there and start throwing popsicles because that's at least all she can do. She will try to her and Mac will try to outsmart the bad guy to then try to get everyone else out of there before the bad guy attacks again. Like, they're the heroes more than Ben is. Ben is just the, I have to go punch something, okay. And then goes and punches something and then takes the credit and then they say, good job, Ben, you did the easy part. That's, again, Man of Steel kind of in a sense. Where, like, and again, also a lot of times, or at least like the last episode, it's Ben's fault that has happened. But, oh my gosh, it's just a stupid episode. It's stupid. It had some funny moments, again, like with like the crowd wanting to see the fight. But then, like, there's some stupid stuff, like talking about like, going like this generation, and then like talking about like, and then like a guy that's trying to defend the past, or like they also trying to like say like to preserve the past, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, like literally there are people who try to preserve the past, like, you know, Auschwitz, all those Nazi places or museums, they are preserving the past. Heck, this deck that apparently Grandpa Max's was a kid, we used to go as a kid and stuff, that probably should be preserved. If it's like an old, like, American icon or something like that. Like, you know, something, that right there should have been, like, that place should have been, like, made a historical landmark or something. But no. But it's just like, I can understand, okay, that this guy wants to preserve the past and all of that, which, okay, fine, you could probably go and make this a historical landmark. You don't have to go straight up, I'm going to destroy you all to protect the past. And I'm just thinking, dude, you know, like, you're setting the bar kind of low, right? Because eventually you will get either beaten up by a superhero like Ben, or the military will come in and take you the fudge out. Because also he does a lot of his talking over with his little, like, porthole thing open, which is apparently, like, you know, open. Gwen can throw ice cream at him. It wouldn't take a sniper to go, all right, he opened up the mask, take him down. Dead. Like, seriously though. This is like one of the worst villain plans there is. And we are talking about Ben 10, where there are some very... No, most of the villains in, like, the original Ben 10 series were at least somewhat competent. Most of them were, yeah. Most of the villains were somewhat competent. Oh my gosh, this show is stupid. But either way. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Show me as I've done. Links are on my face. Subscription button's over there somewhere. What the fuck? This is a dumb episode. Ham-fisted moral, all that crap. Either way. Thank you for watching. Put you all my videos, and we will see you later.